Hello. I am going to answer the question of how to investigate continuity of a function. A function is continuous at x equals a if it meets three conditions. 1. The function is defined at x equals a, which means that f from a equals a real number. 2. The limit as x approaches a exists, which means that the left-hand limit is equal to the right-hand limit of the function. 3. The limit of the function as x approaches a is equal to the value at x equals a. Let's see if this function is continuous at x equals 0. First, we check that f from 0 equals 0, which is a real number. That means that function is defined at x equals 0. Next, we calculate the left-hand limit as x approaches 0, which equals 0. Then we see that the right-hand limit also equals 0. The left and right-hand limits are equal, which means that the limit as x approaches 0 exists and equals 0. Lastly, we check that the limit as x approaches 0 and the value of the function at 0 both equal 0, which means that the function is continuous at x equals 0. Now let's see if the same function is continuous at x equals 2. First, we check that f from 2 equals 2, which is a real number. That means that function is defined at x equals 2. Next, we calculate the left-hand limit as x approaches 2, which equals 2. Then we see that the right-hand limit equals 12. The left and right-hand limits aren't equal, which means that the limit as x approaches 2 doesn't exist and the function isn't continuous at x equals 2. Let's check if the second function is continuous at x equals 2. First, we check that f from 2 equals 2, which is a real number. That means that function is defined at x equals 2. Next, we calculate the left-hand limit as x approaches 2, which equals 2. Then we see that the right-hand limit also equals 2. The left and right-hand limits are equal, which means that the limit as x approaches 2 exists and equals 2. Lastly, we check that the limit as x approaches 2 and the value of the function at 2 both equal 2, which means that the function is continuous at x equals 2. Last but not least, let's check if this function is continuous at x equals 3. First, we check that f from 3 equals 11, which is a real number. That means that the function is defined at x equals 3. Next, we calculate the left-hand limit as x approaches 3, which equals 7. Then we see that the right-hand limit as x approaches 3 equals 11. Left and right-hand limits aren't equal, which means that the limit as x approaches 3 doesn't exist, and the function isn't continuous at x equals 3.